Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to Rotary Physical Education Lectures. Today, we are going to start our new chapter, that is Test and Measurement in Sports. And in today's lecture, we are going to see the motor fitness test, general motor fitness, borrow, street item general motor ability, and measurement of cardiovascular fitness, Harvard step test. So, as a matter of fact, it is significant for individual to set objectives which they want to fulfill in a physical education and sports program. It is also essential to determine whether or not two objectives have been achieved. For example, if you want to improve your cardiopulmonary fitness, you will have to participate in fitness program. After a certain period, if you do not measure and evaluate your cardiorespiratory fitness, you may remain a dark. Leonardo da Vinci has right said, if you are in normal of practice without scientific ways, you are just like a pilot who goes into a ship without radar and compass and does not know his destination. Test and measurement in physical education are the instrument of device for getting essential details regarding the needs, capacity, ability and attitude of students or sportsperson. Tests are used to collect information or data about a specific strength, endurance, knowledge, behavior, attitude, etc. In fact, tests refer to any specific instrument, producer of technique used by an administrator to elect result from the person who take the test. There are various type of tests such as Johnson basketball ability test, AAHP ERD youth fitness test, Keros Weber test, Harvard step test, sit and reach test, etc. Measurement are related to physical measurements such as size, height, weight, vital capacity, achievements, etc. Measurement refers to the process of administering a test to obtain quantitative data. So, now we will see what is meant by motor fitness test. Motor fitness refers to the capability of an athlete to take part effectively in particular sports. It can also be said that motor fitness is a person's ability to do physical activities. Now we will see some test which is related to athlete. 50-meter standing start or 50-meter dash, 600-meter run and walk, sit and reach, partial curl up, push ups, modified push ups, standing broad jump, agility 4 by 10 meter shuttle run. The first test is 50-meter standing start or 50-meter dash. The purpose of this test is to determine or measure speed. An area of 50 meter is marked on a track to purple line or draw 50 meter apart, considering one as starting line. The athlete take the start position behind the starting line. The starter commands, "Are you ready?" and go. The word go is accompanied by a downward sweep of the start's arm as a signal to the timer. Two subjects can run at the same time if there are two stopwatch. The score is recorded in a second to the nearest tenth of a second. The second test is 600-meter run and walk. The purpose of this test is to measure endurance. The subject, it means the athlete, take the position of standing right behind the starting line. At the signal of ready and go, the subject starts running 600-yard distance. During the course of running, he may walk. In this test, many students can run at the same time. Time is recorded in minutes and seconds. The next test is sit and reach. This test firstly used by Wills and Dillon in year 1952. This test is widely used as a normal test to assess flexibility. The sit and reach test is significant test to measure the flexibility of hip region, including the lower back and hamstring muscles. Generally, it is noted that owing to the lack of flexibility in this region, there is a greater risk to injury. It is also Now we will see the procedure of this test. First of all, shoes and socks should be removed. Then sit down on the floor with the legs stretched out straight ahead. The soles of the feet should be kept flat against the box. Both the knees should be locked and proceed flat to the floor. An assistant may be hold the knees down. Hand should be on the top of each other or side by side. The individual whose flexibility is to be measured try to extend his both hands forward along the measuring line on the box. As far he can extend his fingertips of both hands should remain equal and at the same level. The scoring is recorded to the nearest centimeters of half inch based on the distance reached by the fingertips of both hands. The next test is partial curl up. To test the strength and endurance of abdominal muscles. In fact, strong abdominal muscles are significant for maintaining good posture, hip alignment and low back pain. Now we will see the procedure of this test. First of all, the complete test procedure is explained to the subject. After that, the subject lies in spine position of cushion surface. The knees should be flexible and feet should be 12 inches from the buttocks. Both the feet should be slightly apart. The arms are extended and are rested on things. The should be a natural position. This is the strength position. Then the subject curl up with a slow controlled movement until his or her shoulders come off of the cushion surface or mat 2 inches, then back down again. One complete curl up is completed every 3 seconds. These are continuous until the subject feels unable to maintain the rhythm. There should not be any pause in the up or down position. It should be a continuous process. The scoring of this test is record the total number of partial curl ups. Curl up should not be connected if the shoulders are not raised up by 2 inches. The next test is push up for boys to test or measure the upper body strength and endurance. We will see the procedure of this test. After a proper warming up, ask the subject to take position in a push up position. Hands and toes should touch to mat or floor. Hands should be shoulder width apart. The upper body and legs should be in a straight line. Elbow should be fully extended, keeping the back and the knees straightly. The subject lowers the upper body so that elbows may bend up to 90 degree or chest may be touched to the mat or floor. Then return back to the strength position, which is the arms extended. This is one of the repetition. The same action is repeated and the test continues until enhanced or until the subject can do more in rhythm. The next test is modify push-ups for girls. The procedure is same, but only the girl have to touch their knees on ground and they have to continue the push-ups. The next test is standing broad jump. This test is using for measure the explosive power of legs. Procedure of this test: a take-off line is marked on the ground. Subject or the athlete stand just behind the take-off line with the feet several inches apart. The subject swing the arms and bend the knee to take a jump in the long jump pit. 3 tiles are given to the subject. The distance is measured from the take-off line to the heel or their part of the body that touches the ground nearest to the take-off line. All jumps are measured and the best one is recorded. The measurement is noted in feet and inches. The next test is 4 into 10 meter shuttle run. To measure agility means ability to change directions. The procedure of this test we will see now. Mark 2 parallel lines 3 meters in length, 10 meters apart using marking tape or cones. Considering one line as a starting line, the subject stand at starting line or point. The 2 wooden blocks are placed in the edge of the other line. On the signal of go, the subject runs to the wooden blocks, lift one block, return to the starting line and place the block behind the line. Then the subject return to the second block, lift it and then turn across the starting line on the way back. Two trials are given. The best time to complete the test in second to the nearest decimal place. Now we will see borrow 3-item general motor ability. Motor ability play a very vital role in achieving apex position in games and sports. Motor fitness involves speed, agility, power, coordination, strength and so on. These components of fitness are necessary for competing at top level. For measuring general motor fitness, the 3-item test battery of Borrow is used. In fact, this motor ability test was developed by Dr. Harold M. Borrow in year 1953. In this test, battery on 3 items such as standing, broad jump, zigzag run and medicine ball are used to measure the general motor ability of an individual. Now we will see which tests are there. The first test is standing broad jump for measuring leg strength. A takeoff line is marked on the ground. Subject stands just behind the takeoff line with the feet several inches apart. The subject swings the arms and bends the knees to take a jump in the long jump feet. 3 trials are given to the subject. The distance is measured from the takeoff board line to the heel of other part of body that touches the ground nearest to the takeoff line. All jumps are measuring and the best one is recorded. The next test is zigzag run for measuring agility and speed. The subject begin from the standing start of the command to run. The subject run the prescribable pattern started to the him as quickly as he can without gaping. 3 complete circuits are run. The stopwatch is started when the command to the run is given and stop immediately when the subject crosses the finish line. The time is recorded to the nearest tenth of the second. Before running the zigzag run, the subject should warm up properly. The subject should wear properly fitting shoes with the good action to avoid blisters and slipping. Demonstration of the pattern of the course should be given by the administrator before the beginning of the run. The third battery test is medicine ball put for measuring arm and shoulder strength. The subject stand between 2 restarting lines which are 16 feet apart. In case of girl, a medicine ball of 1 kg is provided, whereas in case of boys, medicine ball on 3 kg is provided to be put. After that, he or she attempts to put the medicine ball out as far as possible without crossing the restarting line. He or she should hold the medicine ball at the junction of the neck and shoulder, then to the ball should be put straight down the course. 3 trials are given to him or her. The best of 3 trials is recorded. The distance is computed to the nearest foot. A put in which the subject commit of fall is not scored. However, if all the trials are false, he or she should try until she makes a fair put. This is the end of today's lecture. In next lecture, we will see measurement of cardiovascular fitness, hardware step test and so on. So, till then, take care.